episode number 11 of the NBeezzy podcast. I'm here with my buddy Austin one-on-one. Austin's been on the podcast before, not in video format, but Austin's leaving. Today's Monday night in Queen Anne. It's kind of low-key, so we're gonna do a little send-off podcast because he's gonna go on a little soul-searching adventure. So I want to talk to him on camera and see what's up. So, Austin, my guest, how are you?
I'm doing well, how are you?
I'm very happy that you're here with me. Let me make sure that you got all of you in the frame.
Sure.
There we go. So what's going on? Talk to me about what's been going on in the last 6 months of your life.
So, today is it still September? It's October.
It's October 2nd.
It's October 2nd. So, the last 6 months of my life, I've been kind of trying to make a big shift in what my career is and where I'm headed, and I guess I'm actually also exploring. So I'm kind of like moving, but I'm not exactly sure what my destination is.
Okay.
So I don't know, I felt listless for a while and just kind of sustaining myself with what I know right now, but I haven't really found it yet, and I've had a lot of tension build up, and it's just come to a point where I've decided that I needed to kind of split. Actually, it wasn't just my decision, it was actually a suggestion from Danielle, and she just said she thought it would be really good for me to like just completely clear my head for a while, take all the pressures off, and
figure out what you really want.
Yeah, this is basically an opportunity for me to clean this slate entirely and restart my entire life from like the ground floor, and just like, you know, these are the basic things, this is my basic schedule, this is my basic structure, which is something I haven't really done my whole life, is just like piecemeal, like, oh man, I should start doing this, and then I just start kind of cramming it in, whatever. Yeah. And I don't really have like any structure, or like, I don't know. I don't have a good diet, I don't have a good like bedtime, I don't have, you know.
I gotta get some food, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're talking about you just rebuilding, schedule's never been right.
Yeah.
So your intention is to just kind of reset and kind of...
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like, honestly I've changed a lot since I first moved into the Seattle area, and my actual habits and my lifestyle hasn't really caught up with all of the changes that have happened internally. So I just want that to happen.
Hold on. So what kind of changes are you talking about that have been made?
I want to I'm trying to get down to the base, like the core of it. I think the base desire that I have is that the way that I earn money and the things that I want to accomplish are so different that I feel like I'm dragged in separate directions, and I want to align those two at least more in the same direction, if not the exact same direction. And I think that I'm honestly, I think that I have a lot of interest in like design, although I don't necessarily have a full education for all the kind of design that I'm interested in. I still have something to bring to that category, and I'm really interested in it. And I don't know, there's a lot of expression that I need to do in terms of like art. I want to do maybe a music album out there, maybe more than just that. I was actually thinking how fun it would be to do write, record, and mix a song, 30 songs in 30 days.
Wow.
Like every day, just do a new one.
Damn.
I think I could do it. And it would be fun. Like I would enjoy that.
That's a large task. That's awesome.
It is, but I don't know. I don't know. My mind is still like running over possibilities, but I don't want to like, I have no expectations for this yet, and I kind of want to keep it that way, but I know that there's a lot of possibilities. The main thing is, I know that I have a lot of noise in my head, and I'm a very sensitive person, and when you're sensitive, you can either block it out, or you can learn how to like cope with it, and I haven't really learned how to cope with it, and so I've just been blocking it out a lot with like weed, alcohol, like anything that I can, video games, like but I'm very sensitive, and there's just so much stimulus, and I feel like I need to be in a quiet environment. And
Well, it's huge, the self-awareness you have to know that, that's who you are, and then this is what's hurting you, or, instead of just running all the time.
And also there's a lot of there's suppressed emotions from like childhood that you just don't deal with. And then later in life you realize your whole life you thought something just because of silly things that happened when you were young.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I have to fix this way that I think because the way that I think was decided by a very young human that didn't know how that was going to impact things, So it's just it's time to do that,
Cool.
So hopefully I can change the way. I think one of the biggest things I want to change is that I just don't want to feel like I'm scrambling for money all the time. I want to figure out what my, how to manage money, and also I don't know, I think that I could be earning a little bit more for the skills that I have. I just don't perform them,
Money is just a piece of paper.
It is, totally.
And your expenses are your expenses, but they can be less too.
Yeah. I actually would really like to just see how low I could get my expenses. Start there. I honestly don't care that much about money. I just don't want to suffer because of money. It's so stupid. It just makes me feel I don't know, powerless for no good reason.
Yeah.
It's why does it, I don't know.
Any control over it, but it does.
Yeah, it means very little in the grand scheme of things. I mean, if I had much more money, my life would look different in that I would have a room with a VR setup, and
You just have toys and
I would just have
do things that you want.
A few more toys. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with a lot of the stuff that I have. I would have workshops.
Yeah.
I would have stuff like that, but money in and of itself isn't I can't see what I would do with anything beyond that, but I don't know. It drives me crazy how much stuff I have rolling around in my head that hasn't been created.
Yeah.
And it's I need to do something. I don't know. But when I first came to the city, I wasn't in a place to do anything. And I feel like I've grown so much and learned so much and met so many people that I actually could do something now. But I kind of need to reconcile, cut off some vestigial habits and thought patterns. A
lot of meditation.
Yeah.
Self-reflection, internal searching. Be right back. So you're going away. We got that. How long is your plan to go away?
So I don't know how long it'll be until I'm my plan is to get my act together and start producing things that I want to produce. and I'm not 100% sure what that is yet. But once it starts happening, and I feel confident in it, and I can find some source of income from it in the city, I'm gonna come back. Is what my plan is.
Cool.
I love being in the restaurant industry because I love people, but that's not enough because my purpose isn't to serve people.
Right.
It's just that I love people.
Right.
You know. So, I mean, serving people is just like a bonus that always happens like all the time.
Yeah.
But my actual purpose is like to create experiences for people, like good experiences for people. You know? I just want experiences for people that are like the next level. Like, wow, this is like, I don't know. I just envision a world that, you know, like if love was a currency, I feel like I come from a really loving family. We were really poor, but I was given so much love growing up.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I'd been given a lot of money growing up, and if I was a really rich person right now, I would be the kind of person who would I would really enjoy giving it to everybody all the time.
Right. Because you do give love to everybody all the time. You're normally like so.
And that's what I do because
Yeah.
I'm really rich with love. Like I got really loving childhood and stuff. But I just wish that I just want people to experience that kind of feeling, like, because I miss that kind of feeling.
Well, do you not feel like happy or loved now?
Well, yeah, but it's just that things have changed, man. It's just like it's just been a while, you know. Like my family is a little bit broken right now.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know, at times I feel really distant from that feeling, but I know that that's like what I was taught from a young age, is like that joy, and I just try to think of that feeling because that's like a really good that's like a good way to spend your days. It's not unrealistic to think that could be you. It's just that we get wrapped up in this hustle and bustle constantly, and we forget that like life isn't that crazy. It's actually very simple and like and really happy, and I don't know. What am I saying anyway?
Oh boy, people. Oh, it's Sean McClure.
Hello.
Good, dude. Good. I was just thinking about you. When are you taking off?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, right on. Hi.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Good, how are you?
Pretty good.
What's up, man?
I love you. Love you too, dude. How are you?
Yeah.
Just got done with practice?
250. Yeah, it's 4 channels.
Tom Petty died today, so we decided to go to...
No, he's still alive.
Well,
It's hard to get him out of here.
he was on life support, so we decided to go to every bar that had a jukebox and play Tom Petty all day. And that led us to a lot of places.
I really fucking hope that he makes it through this. I know that he's very not looking good though.
He didn't look good before he was on life support.
What?
It's a lot like me, he didn't look good before he was on life support.
Yeah.
When you get on it, and all of a sudden you're looking worse. It's like me, they don't even give you your hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like went up to him and like held my hand out and like
Yes.
ran up my arm.
Yes.
my mom.
I love you too.
See you again soon. Okay.
Yes.
Enjoy.
It's gonna be good.
I know it is.
It's gonna be really good.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd be hard to be away from her. But
I don't even want to get into it with you. Just fuck off.
Squirrel mom's got soul.
yeah. So yeah. But it'll be good.
I love you.
I love you too, man.
Bye.
See ya.
I know.
Shut up.
Really, don't do that. It's like, okay. Sweetheart. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right, dude. Take it easy, man.
Yeah, dude.
Cheers.
Peace.
Did you just have a heartfelt moment with Jay Kiger?
I always do, dude.
Yeah?
Like, I might be the only person who does. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't even think that guy has a heart sometimes.
I don't know. He is super dramatic. So I don't know.
He's his own son in his own universe.
Yeah. But he cares in his own way.
Everybody, yeah. I can see that.
I just take that for what it is. And I love him, but he's, yeah.
You have this ability to like accept people for who they are and be able to look past all their BS.
I mean, everybody has like something that they're facing, man. Like everybody's working through something
Yeah.
on some level of their life. Like even the billionaires, the people who, I mean, we see celebrities doing some of the dumbest shit all the time. They're working through stuff that other people have really together, you know, like, but on the other hand, it seems like they have everything made for them
Right.
in some sectors of their life. The reason we exist is to work through things. It's not.
That's the reason we're here. It's like it's class. We're in
Yeah,
class.
it's like why did you show up here if you already are a graduate? Like, why would you?
Yeah, we got stuff to do.
Yeah. The only reason you would do that if you hadn't graduated is just to like help other people. And that's the only reason.
Some people actually do that.
Yeah. Yeah. But aside from that, I can't think of what else is
Yeah.
there. So either way, you got to figure out what you're here for.
Right.
You know.
Interesting. Well, I think that you're gonna find out. You're gonna find what you're looking for. You're gonna find something. Maybe it's not what you're looking for, but you're gonna find something.
Yeah.
If you stay quiet enough.
Yeah.
Because if you let things get in your way or you get distracted,
I
then
want to set up like I want to almost reconstruct a ritual like around my daily life, like every morning I do this thing, and it has nothing to do with coffee or whatever.
yeah.
It only has to do with my thoughts in the morning, really.
So you're like a morning ritual where you just write down stuff, or like, you know, like a morning writing? type of thing?
Anything that helps me frame my thoughts and helps me give my thoughts a head start in the right direction on the day.
Yeah.
Like my dad used to wake up every single morning of my entire life. And he still does this to my knowledge. Around 5 a.m. he wakes up and he pulls out his Bible and he goes to his bookmark because he's been reading.
Oh, and he starts to read?
Yeah.
And just reads like verses, or?
And he reads verses, and he like goes through passage, and then he like goes to a commentary that he's using, and he goes through that same passage in the commentary and reads about it and like compares back and forth. He does this every morning.
Wow.
Just because he's really like interested in it.
Well, that could be, you could do the same thing with the Law of One or whatever you want.
You can do it with anything.
Or music or whatever. Like,
the point is that it gets him in the zone, like, you know?
cheers,
like,
man, thank you. In the right mindset to attack the day with whatever.
yeah, he was like an extremely graceful person under a lot of stress. Like he never revealed to my family until like over a decade later that we had been like 9 months late on rent at one point. Just really
9 months late.
Yeah.
That's a lot late.
Yeah. Like, and he never showed it. Like he never.
Wow.
Like just, I don't know. And he is still really. He struggles with maintaining finances and stuff. And I'd say that maybe my mom does too. And so that's just like what he's been working on, I feel like. But he seems like he's been really satisfied, you know. But yeah, every morning he had like a ritual that he would wake up and get himself in the right mood for the day. And it was like, that's something that I never attributed much meaning to, but in a sense is a very basic tool that helps us. Because it's like, you're just playing to your human nature. Like, when you're first waking up, you just like immediately flood your senses with like the thing you want. Like,
It's just stupid. And like a lot of people just pick up their phone and they're like, oh, what's going on today?
Yeah.
Oh, 50 people died in Las Vegas. That's
Yeah.
gonna set my mood for the day.
exactly, yeah.
Awesome.
Now I'm gonna be bummed out for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I woke
Yeah.
up and I saw that and I'm like, should I tell Christy? No, because it's like, why? She's gonna find out when she finds out, but why should I like wake her up and like let her know that this stupid?
Yeah.
Hey, a lot of people died last night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you're sleeping, but yeah, let me. Yeah, I thought you'd like to hear this before everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't plan on doing
No.
anything about it.
Yeah.
I need like she'll like exactly. She gets really upset about that stuff too, so I'm like, I don't want to.
It makes sense to feel upset about it, except that we don't really know these people and we aren't attached to them, and
That's honestly.
and they are a part of us. They're like American, but on the other hand, let's put ourselves back in 1800s set like America. If a disaster were to happen on the East Coast, it would maybe be like weeks
before anybody knew.
anybody knew about it, and then by then, yeah, people are like, oh God, that's terrible news, but it's kind of like, at that point, it's almost like
An
water
afterthought.
under the bridge.
Yeah,
like,
it's like your life isn't gonna change on a daily basis.
yeah.
But I don't want to be callous. I don't want
to be callous either.
Today I was thinking like, why don't I care? I'm like, I'm not surprised. I'm not
does feel-
shocked.
It feels wrong not to care, because
Yeah.
those are real people.
I don't not
like,
care, but I
no,
just don't
yeah.
care a lot.
It's just, if we care that much about every time that happens, God, that's a lot of energy
But
spent
the only
on...
reason we care is because it's in front of our face. 'Cause people die like all
People
over the
are
place.
always dying.
A lot more.
Yeah.
A lot more than
People are
54
always
people
dying.
die in one
Yeah.
spot in a day.
Yeah.
And we don't hear about it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah.
I'm not.
Hear about a bunch, and I think that's why we become desensitized to it.
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
super numb. That's what another word I used today. I'm like numb to it. I'm like totally like, The school of thought that I follow with the way the earth changes, and these things are gonna have more natural disasters, more volcanoes and earthquakes, hurricanes. So it's just gonna be more like Gaia, Earth, just purging.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you treated her shitty for how long?
Yeah.
She's gonna get rid of you. Like,
Put this in, get this out. Yeah.
When she's done with us, she'll just shake us.
yeah, she'll just shake you up. Like, oh god, these ticks are just really bothering me.
Then they're done. You can deny climate change all you want.
Hence, I'm gonna go.
It doesn't give a shit about it.
Yeah, the climate change don't care about what you
I'm gonna
think.
go learn some very basic skills.
Yeah, man, you're gonna go learn how to build stuff. and like be.
Well, even just more than like on Thursday, this Thursday, we will be hunting deer for food for the
Really?
fall. Yeah.
So you're like jumping right into it.
Yeah.
As soon as you get there, you're gonna be like, wait, what are you hunting with?
What am I hunting with?
Yeah, like guns, I assume, right?
Guns, yeah. Yeah. Probably like they use small guns. I mean, there's not much reason to use massive guns. They use like 22s. They really just do whatever's necessary to get
Cheers.
to get the animal. And then they get the meat butchered and they get the leather tanned and then they
Nice.
use the hides for stuff.
Sweet.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
Go full Daniel Boone.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. You're gonna come back with all sorts of squirrels. You're gonna be like
Yeah.
killing chipmunks in the park and shit.
Wearing their skins home.
Yeah. Look at this. This new wristband I got, Danielle.
Yeah.
Little tiny cloak of chipmunks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's small now. It's got like a cut chop.
Yeah.
Like how high?
Got a couple more.
Yeah, I'm working on it. We're gonna get in a full coat. Right now I got this little like shawl.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
chipmunk
there's a ton
shawl.
of raccoons around here. You can probably find bigger skins.
yeah.
They're fat too.
Yeah.
Raccoons are scary as fuck sometimes.
Raccoons are aggressive.
Yeah, they are.
We had some really fat and cute raccoons though.
They were amazing.
They were really funny. They were like cartoons.
Full of grapes, so they were pretty classic. Like lounged around. out
Chill.
there. That duck was gonna fall off that house that's up for sale.
Yeah.
The what?
The house that's now for sale,
Yeah?
where we had the raccoons, it
Yeah.
was covered in a giant grapevine. And like the raccoons just gorged themselves.
Oh.
They were super nice. Because they were just
Fat off of wine, basically.
fat. Yeah, really.
Drunk.
Yeah.
They were funny.
All right, man. Well,
So I
How
was
did-
planning on like actually like doing an open letter to Buckley's because I felt like it was gonna be weird that I just like disappeared.
so you want to do an open letter?
I want to emphasize that like I guess that my message would be that everybody at Buckley's means a lot to me, and that's the staff, but it's also the patrons that we know and love, and they know who they are. But I love everybody, and I love Tim Buckley, and the culture and the ethos that surrounds that man is very close to like just this comfortable family vibe that is just, it's just awesome to be a part of. And it's like, I don't know, there is no employer that I've ever worked for, and I honestly, I don't know if I will ever work for an employer that has made me feel so at home and so much just like a family member in the workplace. And for that reason, I don't know if I'll ever stop being an employee of Buckley's. I might not have shifts, but I don't know if I could give up my like membership of the family, because it's just like, I don't know, it's just there's something like I'm pretty sure that the people I've met are people I'm going to know for the rest of my life. I'm definitely going to meet new people throughout my life, but it's been like 6 years, maybe 7 years at this point, and the people that I have met here, I'm never going to forget, ever. And I'm positive that a lot of them are going to be people I'm close to in following years. But I have to do this. I have to leave because I've changed so much since I started. Like when I first showed up at Buckley's, I was really young. I was just about to get married. I got married right after I started working here. I had never really worked front of house restaurant work ever, and I don't know, like, I'm really naive. Like, I didn't know that. I don't know, like, God, there's so much to learn about a lot of things. I'm homeschooled and I went to church, so I just didn't know a lot of shit. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's not even get started on this. But I've changed a lot, and I am now, I really don't feel like, I don't feel like my everyday thing of just waiting tables or tending bar. I don't feel like it meets. It doesn't match up with what my heart is telling me to do, and I'm just. I got these things inside of me that I have to make, and I got to put them out there, and I want so bad to just see them made, and at the same time they take resources to create in the form of money, in the form of time, and I don't have very much money to begin with, but just in order to afford Seattle rent, you have to put away a lot of your time to pay for that, and so I don't end up having a lot of time, and then at that point you don't have very much time for your projects, and then you're like, well, why am I doing this? And I believe that life could be completely different than how it feels to me right now, and I've been in such a dark place recently that I've even felt depressed to the point of like suicidal thoughts, and that's not something that anybody should joke about. And it's like, if you ever feel that way, you have to change something. You can't just keep doing the same thing and expect for things to get different, and you have to follow like your heart's desires. And sometimes what you feel isn't very clear, but you just know you have to change something, so just start changing things. Like what else is there? I mean, you just have to, I don't know, I'd rather change everything and try everything before just giving up and saying life is as mundane as it appears on the surface. I really believe that there's some magic to be had, and I am going to go after it. And I really, what I am so appreciative for is all of the support that I have, and everybody that I know is egging me on and telling me that this is going to be really good for me, and saying that this is going to, that like, hey, you know, you always have a place to come back to, and you know that we love you, and you know, like, all these people are saying that, and it's so awesome. And that's why I am where I'm at. I mean, it's taken me this long to leave because it's been so good. Because it's like hard to leave this behind. So, but I'm excited, and when I come back, I don't know how I'll have changed, but what I'm hoping is that I am on track to creating the kind of experiences and the kind of creations that I envision in my head, instead of just talking about them all the time and dreaming about doing them. Instead of that, just actually doing them. That's what I'm hoping for. That, you know, other than that, that's it. Yeah, thank you.